What's going on, y'all? You know where I'm at, and you know what I'm about to do. I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in the video description, or the link is in my bio, wherever you're seeing this at. Now that I got this out the way, I want to talk about the streets and being influenced, and the difference between being a street dude and being streetwise. I'll provide a little background on me. Like I told y'all before, I grew up in a two-parent household, nice middle-class family. First half of my life, lived in Woodley Park. Second half of my life, lived in Carriage Hills. Now, it was a time in my life to where I went to school with a peer group. And like I said, I was pretty much a square. Me and my brother, we were pretty much squares. We just did regular black kid stuff. But as I got to this different peer group, I started doing what they were doing because I thought it was a cool thing to do. Not even being cool. If you see your peer group doing something, you're naturally gonna want to fit in and do the same thing. So when I was younger, my peer group consisted of arts, math, science, music. So guess what? I did that. Studied playing trombone, was doing the arts, was doing painting, singing, doing that type of stuff. Because guess what? This is what my peer group was doing. So I was cool with that. Got older, went to another peer group. This peer group was into gangs and other illegal activities that I won't go in on, but you get my drift. So naturally, I did what that peer group did. It wasn't because I had this hard upbringing and I was just forced to do it. No, I chose to do it. Nobody asked me. Nobody peer pressured me. Nobody bullied me. I just did it because my peer group did that. I'm saying all that to say this. I'm not a street dude at all, but hanging around people that were involved in that type of thing made me streetwise. And every man needs to be streetwise. You don't have to be 10 toes down in the pavement, chunking up sets, doing all that type of stuff. But you do need to be streetwise. And I'll explain what that is. No woman wants a game goofy nigga, okay? You know what game goofy is? A duck. In the South, we call it a duck. You don't want to be out here being a duck. You don't want to be out here being unaware of what's going on. Basically, that's situational awareness, okay? You need to know what's going on at all times. You need to be able to read the room. You need to be able to know when there's pressure coming and when there's not pressure coming. You need to know what you can do and what you can't do. You basically need to move. You need to move right. You catch my drift. All bros need to move right. What nobody likes is somebody that's game goofy, that doesn't know what's going on, and when something pops off, you looking like a deer in headlight. That's good for nobody. So once again, like I said, you don't have to be street, but you have to be streetwise. And here's some things that can help you to be streetwise. Get around some dudes that are more experienced than you in that area, and you don't have to go out and be on missions and doing no dumb shit like that. But get game. Go to the barbershop. Soak up game. Listen to people. Listen to people outside of your peer group. If you're a square, find some dudes that ain't squares. Get around them. Become cool with them. become genuine friends, and they'll tell you this is what you can and this is what you can't do, and this is how you move and this is how you don't move. It's pretty much that simple, guys. It's getting intel. In the army, we call it recon. You need to go out and get your recon on different friend groups that you're not a part of. That way you can get the lay of the land. This is what all militaries do anyway. When you go into a foreign land, you just don't go out there gang goofy with your rifle in your hand looking like a duck ready to get shot. No, you get recon first. That way you know, okay, at 6 o'clock we can come out here and do this. But at 7 o'clock we need to get the hell on. That's what being streetwise is. Just knowing, okay, I know my surroundings, I know what's going on, I know what I can do, I know what I can't do, I know I need to be ready at all times. I need to be ready physically at all times. That's part of being streetwise. You need to be ready for shit to pop off at any given moment. And it's something that you might not think about. You might not think about if you just live in life like, okay, everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine. But there'll always be a situation where your world can get turned upside down. And the way that you adapt to that depends on whether you streetwise or you game goofy. So when it goes upside down, what are you gonna do? You gonna be looking around and probably get your head shot off, or you gonna duck? You gonna get cover, and hopefully you got something on you to where you can return fire. That's it's streetwise stuff, but it's also just basic man stuff. It's survival skills. Let's not call it streetwise. Let's call it survival skills. You need to have a set of survival skills when you walk outside. And even when you inside, you need to have these survival skills. In some places they call it streetwise, but today, here, we're gonna call it survival skills. That's what you need to have. Just basic instincts to help you preserve your life and the life of others. Because, like I said, when they go down, you don't need to be under the bed with your woman crying. You need to be able to take charge and do what you gotta do. And I won't go into detail what that means, but you pretty much get my drift. So like I said, you ain't got to be a street dude to be streetwise. You don't have to be out here acting like a gangster, acting like you just compiled all these bodies. That's not what it's about. It's about knowing your surroundings, knowing what you can and what you can't do, knowing where it's hot and where it's cold at, filling the room, and being able to navigate and have a code. That's the most important thing in this video. Have a fucking code as a man. And this is how we're gonna live by it. So anyway, that's my video for today. Get your ass up.